Hello, thank you always for choosing KURA TV. I am your host Liza Kama, and on this episode I'm joined by Austin Amimo Okello, who is an aspiring MP of Westlands constituency. Let's have a talk with him. How are you, Austin?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Okay, I'm good. So tell us about the politics in Westlands.
All right, thank you for having me on KURA TV. I'm Austin Amimo, and Westlands politics, it's all about who is going to scale better than the others, and it's about who has got the idea that is very urgent for the people of Westlands.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm in for that.
So being an MP aspirant in Westlands, how well do you know Westlands? For how long have you been staying in Westlands?
I have stayed in Westlands for 13 years. And for the 13 years I have been focusing on Westlands constituency as a whole. I have lived in every ward within Westlands. I have lived in both sides of Westlands, so I know it pretty well.
So Austin, being that you've lived in, let's say, every ward in Westlands, for someone who doesn't know Westlands very well, where does it end and where does it start?
Okay, Westlands is composed of 5 wards. It has High Ridge Ward, Parklands Ward, Kangemi Ward, Mountain View Ward, and Kitisuru. Kitisuru and Mountain View Ward starts from the roundabout around Udiru, and Kitisuru takes the other side of the other side, while Mountain View borders Dagoretti North and Dagoretti South. It goes all the way down to Kangemi, down to Westlands until you are down in Dipsy. Then you go through Westlands all the way to KURA area, to Kitisuru and Lower Kabete. Yeah, of which Lower Kabete it borders two constituencies, that is Kabete constituency and Westlands. But Lower Kabete University is within Westlands. Yeah.
Amimo, for you to fit into the shoe of Tim Wanyonyi, you require a lot of efforts. Yeah. So how ready are you to fit into his shoes? Okay,
fitting into the sitting MP seat, Tim Wanyonyi. I have worked with Tim Wanyonyi for some time. He's a good friend. We can always share at any time. And apart from that, before I engaged into the discussion of going for that seat, I had to study what really is required of that constituency, what is needful, and that is what I'm out for. So fitting into the shoes is something I'm quite sure I am up to the task.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are these things that the people of Westlands really want?
The people of Westlands? The people of Westlands, just like any other Kenyan, they need better services, the social amenities, like healthcare, school programs, social welfare, and so on. So the people of Westlands, being a business place, the Westlands community needs somebody who is sure that the business people in Westlands community are going to get the best of their share in this country. That is the first task. Secondly, when you're talking of Westlands leadership, you have to be concerned of both the people who are the low class and the middle class, because it's an economy that has to run this country. Nobody is left out. So you have to cater for the poor and the rich. Okay. You have to cater for the weak and the strong, the black and the brown. You have to consider all of them, including the whites who reside in Westlands. So I have a lot to do for them. There's a lot they need. I want to ensure that the talents that are in Westlands are catered for. I want to ensure that the children we have in Westlands, they have a feeding program where when they go to school they can get good food, and it's common to everybody, that is catered for by their leadership. I want to ensure that the ladies, our mamas in Kangemi, or in KURA or in Mountain View. They get the best. I want to have something like, it's dubbed Mfuko ya Mama. Mfuko ya Mama is a program where the CDF or the fund that is shared by their leader pockets them with 1 million Kenya shillings every year for different groups so that they can have their own initiative that would create more cash into their pockets. I also want to ensure that the people of Westlands, they get, I know Westlands is blessed with a lot of talents, and I want to ensure that these talents get the best of representations. I have seen challenges where youths cannot get to sports arenas because they don't have transport. People have challenges here and there. People want to celebrate, but they are limited by transport, the transport sector. I want to buy some buses that are managed by the constituency fund. These buses would be used to ferry them if there is any sports activity, there is any competition, or somebody may want to, because everybody who is in Westlands, they have their rural homes. There may be something good, or unfortunately there is something bad, and we want to go and stand with them as members of the same community. We need transport, and I want to do that. I also want to ensure that the people of Westlands get the best from the government. When my team, that is Amimo, is talking for social welfare, that is 6,000 to every family that is in need. I also want to ensure that the people of Westlands have their share. I also want to ensure that what the government provides for in Westlands, that is the bursary and the fund that is meant to maintain Westlands, is well catered for. It's used in the right purpose and for the right people. Yeah. Okay,
Amimo, you really have a wonderful plan for the people of Westlands.
Thank you.
But before you get elected into that seat, what have you, at a personal level, done to the people of Westlands?
What I've done in Westlands before and even now, I have tried to reach the people of Westlands. I have reached the children's home in Westlands. I have visited the communities where people live. I have visited some schools, and I've hosted some programs. I've had youth programs. I've had programs for the women in Westlands, and a number of people have benefited, and that is what keeps me going every day, because my biggest dream is to build this country. My biggest aspiration is to see our country rise every morning, every day. As the sun rises, our people also get better. So I've done quite a lot in Westlands, and basically the social welfare. I have reached the people of Westlands, and I want to ensure that they have the best. I've visited those in campus. The campuses in Westlands, I've visited all of them, and we have shared a lot with the comrades. I have met situations where comrades are unable to get the daily meal, and at some time I am forced to support a few of them, even to raise their school fees. I have gone to high schools within Westlands, the primary schools. I have visited every police station in Westlands, and I have known what is going on in there.
That's great. Amimo,
yes,
being an aspirant in ODM, how ready are you for the nomination? I know there are 8 of you vying as aspiring to be Westlands MP. How unique are you from these 8 people?
Right. For the ODM aspirants, it is my pleasure that I know each of them at a personal level, and I know their strength. The biggest asset I have is my age. I am young among them. And another asset I have is that the dream I have for Westlands, they can't match. The standard I want to set for Westlands. Talk of business. I want Westlands to be the economic hub for this country, and even in this region, the East African region. I want Westlands being well placed for the city. I want it to be the icon of the city. That is Westlands. Any other place can follow, and they will copy from what we are doing. We would have a lot to do with the business community. and even the small business, the SMEs, we will include them and ensure each of them grows. And for my competitors, I'm sure their dream, I have had their manifestos, I've had their plans. It can't match mine. And when we reach to the people, I will articulate myself, I will speak that which the people deserves. And I will tell the people what is really good for them. And I will urge them to vote for this, for my candidature, because it is going to bring a great change in this region, not only in this country, in the East African region.
Great. Okay, Amimo, that is possible. I know you have the capabilities, right? But in Westlands, we all know we have two classes. We have the middle class and we have the lower class. Right after the ABC place going down to Kandemi, to Dumboini, you can't match the lifestyle of those people and those at, let's say, Safaricom and the CBD of Westlands. How are you going to make sure you bridge the gap between these two people?
Right. It is unfortunate to refer to them as the low class. It's unfortunate, but that is a fact that we have to grow with, that we have to embrace, and we have to bridge the gap. One thing I will not do is to disadvantage a certain group for the benefit of another group. Every group deserves to grow, because even the middle class, they are not yet at their desires. They are still aiming high. And the ones you refer to as the low class, the ghettos in Westlands, I really have a dream that all of them will rise. And having engaged them for quite some time, having engaged them for several years, I want to ensure that from their desires and from what they can do, Kenya, I've known what Kenya needs. I've known what this country deserves. I have learned it from other countries and in our country. What can work for us better? And that is what I'm going to employ. That is what I'm going to show in Westlands constituency. Because when you want to lead a big team, you start from a smaller ground. So after leading Westlands, and it will be evident in the whole country, then the whole country will buy that idea and Kenya will grow. So having the two different societies, it is easy to manage them, because you know what the other group needs, and you know what is so urgent for the other group. So you have to check into what really considers or what really matters for these people and these people. You have to draw the lines and ensure each of them gets their share. Ensure the one who needs a better housing has it. The one who needs a better environment gets it. And all of us, it's an ecosystem. We need each other. We need the rich and we need the poor to grow so that they also become rich. So we have to facilitate that. So managing the two, it's not a hard task. It is simple, just by understanding and employing what you understand. Yeah. So
among these two classes, who are really behind you supporting your candidature?
Okay, I have worked in Westlands. I have met both classes, and I will have to admit that the ghetto has the numbers, and we can't assume that they have the numbers. You would get to a single housing, you will find a single room has around 6 residents who all have votes, and to others there are 8, some are 4. And unlike to the other group where you find a huge compound with 2 people. But I've spoken to both of them, and all of them are buying my idea. So I won't single out that a specific group is rallying behind me than the other one. Both of them are behind me because they have bought my idea and they like my agenda for them, and they are ready to get into the train and we move together.
Okay. And just to finalize, you know, when politicians get into politics, they always say, no, I sat down with my people and they told me I'm right for this seat, this is the perfect time. Is that the same case for you, or what was the push behind joining politics?
Me joining the political arena, it has been a dream since I was young. It has been an urge I have had for several years. For the time I've lived under the sun, I have always known I'm a leader, and I have always walked my leadership. And this is not the first one. I have led in different places, and I have seen the results. It is sure that it can change this country. Just like I told you, every long distance starts by a single step. So I have to take this with a lot of positivity. And for me, I have spoken to the people. Some of the people never knew me. So I won't say that the people told me. It was my urge. I realized there is something that we need, and I need to be part of the decision, so that what we need may be implemented in this country to give a better Kenya. The reason why I specifically chose Westlands, it's because I have loved the place. I have seen the people in Westlands. I have loved the people of Westlands. I have seen the businesses in Westlands. I have loved those businesses. And I have seen how easily Westlands can grow in this country, even to prove to other parts of this nation that it is possible to get a different Kenya. So for me, it was my duty to reach the people and share with them. And then they gave me an okay. They said, you're good to go. And they have sent me with their prayers and with their goodwill. I know it is well.
Thanks. It's okay. So Amimo, last week, they say BBI was shot dead.
Yeah.
As a aspirant, not from Amimo, not from ODM. What do you think about this?
All right. I participated in BBI as a supporter. I supported BBI, and I have known the best things that were in it that are needful in this country. And whatever came out, it was good for this country. And what is left is that which was in BBI that was good for our nation. We will take it as it was, and we'll front it in the parliament. We will champion it among the people, and we will ensure that what was good in it will be implemented. What was a disadvantage in it, we will let it go. And we appreciate, because it was a good way of sieving what was good and what was wrong. So we would front what was good. We would relook into it and carry that which was good, implement it. That which was not okay, that which was disadvantageous to our nation, we would let it rest its case. Yeah.
Amimo, the party you're going with into this election, and democratic movement, do you think this party is democratic enough? Because there are complaints all over about paying for the ticket, paying for the direct nomination. As an aspirant, you are in the house, you understand it better. Can you please shed more light into this? Is it democratic, or they are appointing individuals and their party loyalties to vie?
Okay, I have been a member of ODM party since 2005, when it was formed. I have followed ODM keenly in all the elections, the 2007 elections, the 2013, the 2017, and I'm a player in the 2022. I know there have been complaints all over, but it is very unfair to say that somebody paid for tickets. The party, like any other party, has to pay loyalty, because anything good must be bought. If there is a loyal person, the party has to include it. But one thing I would also state, that it is very unfair for the wananchi and for the grassroots supporters of ODM to be endorsed to somebody they are not willing to support. The party has got other fronts it can reward its loyalty. But for the direct representation of the people, I would champion, like any other leader, that the party should let a free and fair will of the people and of its background supporters, the grassroots supporters, to take the lead. Watu wa Westlands nawapenda sana, and I am Austin Amimo. I am a civil engineer by profession. I am also a leader that was made by God. My leadership comes from God, and I am going to front Westlands in a godly way, in a godly manner, and I have a lot for the youths. Naomba support yenyu. Mi kama kijana mwenzenu, I am one of you. I have lived among you. I have done a lot within you, and mmeona, I really request for your support. Akina mama, we love you and we cherish the best. We want you to have the best in Westlands, and I have the best. I'm sure it's the best among every other competitor I have, and just to share a few, I have the best. I want to ensure the education sector is up to date, the business sector. I want to make Westlands the economic hub for our country and for our region, and to see the young businesses growing, the small businesses growing. I want to see the young people engage into things that, into activities that would bring them income and wholesome rewarding of their effort and their talents and their gifts, those that they have, and the ones that are supposed to be trained. We will ensure there is training. I want to see that the Westlands environment, it's an environment of the people. It's an environment that welcomes every person, every cadre, every caliber is invited, and it's welcomed in Westlands. I want to see the health sector, the healthcare. I want to see the transport sector boosted in Westlands and well maintained. The only way to ensure that Austin Amimo is your leader in Westlands is to show up during the ODM nominations, that is on 21st of April. Let every member of ODM party come out in large numbers and ensure Austin Amimo is voted in, and any other well-wisher, even if you're not a member of ODM, just show up and show your love, show your support to Austin Amimo. And when it comes to the general election, I want to plead with you, please come out and front your leader, come out and support in large numbers. I know your love. When you decide, you have decided, and please fanya venye mnafanyaga.
Thank you very much, Austin, for honoring our invite. All the best in your campaigns, all the best in your nomination. I understand the competition in Westlands is very stiff, but I trust the people of Westlands are watching this, and you have a plan for them.
Thank you very much for hosting me, KURA. I'm humbled, and thank you. Invite me another time to the people of Westlands. I'm the leader, I'm the best choice for you, and please vote me in as your leader, and God bless you, God bless Westlands, God bless your businesses and your hustles. Wherever you are, be at peace in Jesus' name.
Amen. I have been your host, Liza Kama, and thank you very much for choosing KURA TV. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to this YouTube channel. See you on the next episode.